Good day, human Ladiocytes. This is Latios Azubro, and welcome to the final day of the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Enter the Dragon-type online competition. So, let's go into Battle Spot and start the final day of this competition. So we're going to enter this online competition for today. Let's do a battle. Actually, let's do 10 of them. Let's do this already. So far, we're not doing too bad, I gotta say. Probably could do a little better, possibly, who knows. Right now, we're at 15-5 with a 10-game differential. So, let's go have a battle. So our first opponent is going to be... As we search for an opponent, okay! UJ, I don't know. Well, either way. My opponent has, looks like a Mega Mawile, a Sylveon, Dialga, and probably a Primal Kyogre. So we're going to need our Kyogre to handle that Kyogre. We're going to have to somehow handle that Sylveon, probably with a Gunk Shot. We're going to be careful because my opponent does have 2 Steel-type Pokemon, so we can't Toxic Stall with Chansey. It's going to be up to Kyogre probably to handle both the Kyogre and the Dialga. We're going to have to handle... I don't know what we're going to do to that Mawile, though. I'm a little bit concerned because Rayquaza can't handle a Dragon Fairy. Basically, the problem is 3/4 of that team is Steel and or Fairy. So we're going to have a bit of a problem here. Because we can't Poison Steel, and we can't Dragon Fairy. So, Greninja's gonna have to handle the Sylveon somehow. I don't know how, but somehow we're gonna have to do that. I'm a little concerned about that Mawile, though. Kyogre's gonna have to handle it, but Sucker Punch is gonna be inevitable. Either way, I'm gonna have to lead off with Chansey, and we're gonna have to probably go for a Gunk Shot on the Sylveon. Unless my opponent doesn't lead off with Sylveon. But let's see what happens. I feel like I've been making a lot of misplays so far in this competition. Hopefully, that'll stop today. Well, today's the last day, so it will, but hopefully it stopped yesterday. But inevitably, I'm going to make a bunch of misplays, and I apologize for that. That said, our opponent... Well, we're going to be leading off with... No, my opponent's going to be leading off Dialga Mawile, which actually really sucks. That is exactly what I didn't want. That is exactly what I didn't want, because now, there is legitimately nothing we can do to this team. And the Mawile is going to intimidate us. That truly sucks. That truly sucks, because I can't do anything now. I mean, all I can do is Helping Hand and just... Greninja's at -1 though, so we're not going to do very much with the Shadow Sneak. Dialga's going to be able to take us probably down. I could Water Shuriken on the Mawile. This way, if it's going to Sucker Punch us, we'll probably avoid it. Well, it won't affect us, because it'll be priority. Assuming we outspeed, that is. Dialga, of course, I need to take care of that Mawile. Dialga I'm going to have to handle with something else. So yes, it is going to be the Mega Mawile. Like I said, that thing has priority, which is why I need to handle this thing. It's probably going to go for a Sucker Punch on us, but I think Greninja should be able to outspeed. So we're going to land the Water Shuriken. So hopefully the Mawile went for the Sucker Punch, which won't affect us. If we had a flinch, then... That's just in case it's going for a Play Rough, that is. We're only going to hit 2 times, though. Dialga's going to go for the Draco Meteor. Good thing is, as long as it doesn't have a White Herb, we're probably okay. It's going to bring Greninja down to Sash, which kind of sucks. But at least Dialga's going to be at -2 special attack. No, Mawile's actually going to Iron Head. That's going to actually hurt. Oh my god, that hurt. Okay. But the good thing is, unless Dialga's physical, we're probably in good shape. It's probably going to go for another Draco Meteor. So, let's just Water Shuriken on the Mawile again. Greninja's not going to do very much with Water Shuriken. But I actually should have gone for Soft Blow with Chansey. I messed up. That might actually cost us the game now. That really could cost us the game. If we can get a flinch on the Mawile, then that's really good. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't think that's gonna happen. But we did hit 5 times. It's gonna Sucker Punch, though, so that's actually fairly nice. No, it's gonna be a setup Dialga, so it's gonna set up the rocks there. I'm gonna actually Soft Boil now. And let's Water Shuriken again. I would like to flinch the Mawile, because this way it won't be able to attack Chansey. Dialga won't be able to take down Chansey if it's a special attacker, especially at -2. I don't think Mawile has access to... Dialga's gonna Flash Cannon. It's gonna take down Greninja, but it's not gonna attack Chansey. Greninja was pretty much crippled to begin with, then Intimidate. I couldn't really switch. Iron Head is gonna land on Chansey. That's gonna hurt. Oh my god! You've gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. I know Kyogre's about to get Sucker Punched. Kyogre's gonna get Sucker Punched. There's no way around it. It's inevitable. There's no way my opponent doesn't Sucker Punch me right now. Question is, do I go for a... do I go for the Soft Boiled, or do I go for the Helping Hand and just sacrifice Chansey at this point? My opponent has their own Kyogre, so I pretty much have to sacrifice Chansey here. I have to. Kyogre's not going to outspeed, but the Mawile's going to Sucker Punch, and that's going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. If I go for a Surf, it's sacrificing Chansey, but it'll be enough to get rid of the Mawile, and it probably won't get rid of the Dialga, but it'll at least do some damage. I have to go for a Water Spout. I can't sacrifice Chansey like that. Although, watch the Chansey actually get hit. But there's really not much I can... Whoa, we're actually going to outspeed, so I'm really glad we went for the Water Spout. My opponent did not go for the Sucker Punch, so that's actually going to take down the Mawile. Alright. Dialga's going to Draco Meteor, probably on the Kyogre, so Chansey's going to live another turn. But that's actually going to not do too much because it's at -2. So Dialga's not really a concern of mine at this point. Because it's already at -4 special attack, unless it gets a crit. Barring a crit, it can't do too much to us. I mean, it can take out Chansey at this point, though. I think. I'm pretty sure Draco Meteor at -2 will take out Chansey. My opponent's going to go into their own Primal Kyogre, though. That's a problem. Alright. We have to actually think about this now. I have to take care of that Kyogre immediately. We have to Thunder it. So we have the Helping Hand and Thunder. We outspeed, Kyogre's done. That Primal Kyogre is going to go down to a Thunder if we outspeed it. If we don't outspeed it, we're probably going to go down to its Thunder. It's going to land a Thunder. That's going to hurt Kyogre. We need to live that somehow. Somehow live. Oh my god, we live! That is a dead Primal Kyogre right there. It is not going to live. Unless it is bulky, it's not living, that thing. We are going to lose our Kyogre now to probably a Flash Cannon. Yeah, there's the Flash Cannon. That is going to... Did it attack Chansey? Alright. So we're going to lose our Chansey right there. That really sucks, but... That's something we're going to have to just deal with. Question is, what are we going to do about Sylveon? Kyogre's pretty much relatively crippled. We're at 3 HP, we can't go for a Water Spout, because it'll do absolutely nothing. Rayquaza should be able to outspeed Sylveon, but the Stealth Rocks are going to be a problem, probably. I guess we have to Dragon Ascent. We should be able to outspeed the Sylveon. And let's Ice Beam on the Dialga. I don't think Dialga can attack both Pokemon at once, and I think both outspeed. I don't think Dialga gets any priority. So, problem is, we should... If Dragon Ascent takes down Sylveon, then we're in good shape. If it doesn't take down Sylveon, we're in trouble. Real trouble. So, We're gonna land our Dragon Descent. If this doesn't one-shot Sylveon, we pretty much lose. This is the only way we win this battle, is if we one-shot this thing, and we're not gonna one-shot it. We're gonna lose this battle now. If I would have Ice Beamed on Sylveon, we would have actually won. I misplayed by going for Dialga. We do freeze a Dialga, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Sylveon's gonna Hyper Voice, and that is going to finish us. That's gonna win my opponent's battle. I should have Ice Beamed on Sylveon. We would have actually won the battle, because Dialga can't attack both Pokemon at once, and we would have been able to finish off Dialga with Rayquaza, with a Dragon Claw. So, that is gonna cost us the battle. Life Orb Sylveon? You gotta be kidding me. A Life Orb Sylveon. Who runs Life Orb on a Sylveon? That is actually really cool. Give my opponent credit for that. We probably could have won that if I would have gone for the Ice Beam on the Sylveon rather than the Dialga, because Dialga wouldn't be able to take out Kyogre, although it probably would have attacked Rayquaza, and probably would have won the next turn anyway, beating Kyogre with an Ice Beam. Well, we would have had to go for Ice Beam on it. So, all things considered, I don't know if we would have been able to win that battle in the end. But I did misplay nonetheless, going for the Ice Beam on the Dialga rather than on the Sylveon. But that's going to bring us to 15-6 with a 9-game differential. Our first battle on day 3. So, next battle is going to be against Lucas. So, our opponent is packing the Aegislash. Just great. Great. And the Lando. But it's not going to intimidate us because it's not in its Therian form. It is in its incarnate form. Is that a Mega Altaria I see? And a Primal Groudon. I really don't like seeing Steel types. That's the biggest problem this team has to face, since half of it relies on Poison. Because that's what Greninja's coverage is, which is going to be good for the Mega Altaria. Not so good for the Aegislash. I'm gonna lead off with Greninja, I think. Kyogre should be able to handle the Landorus. And I don't want Kyogre in the front. I want to make sure Kyogre and Rayquaza are in the back, because I don't want to have them lead off with Groudon in the front, in the back as well. Because I would like to get rid of a Desolate Land. Pretty much it comes down to a game of who sets up weather last when you're dealing with primal Pokemon. So our opponent is going to be leading off with... Well, we're leading off Chansey Greninja, and our opponent's probably going to lead off Aegislash and... Groudon or Landorus? No, Altaria. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to Helping Hand, and I'm going to, I guess, I'm going to Gunk Shot on the Altaria. I feel like the Aegislash is going to go for a King Shield on the first turn. There's really no reason not to do that. I mean, it might not King Shield, but it might just double Protect. Just to Scout. And set up the Mega Evolution, which my opponent is going to do. So there's the Mega Altaria. I have been seeing a fair amount of Mega Altarias in this competition, probably because it's a Fairy type, and Fairy Dragon, I mean, whatever. Don't miss this Gunk Shot, please. Alright, we're gonna land the Gunk Shot. That should take care of the Altaria. Yeah, goodbye, Altaria. So the Mega Evolution is gonna go down. The thing is that Aegislash scares me a little bit. If we went for a Sacred Sword on us, or a Poison type, so we're gonna resist it. No, it's gonna Flash Cannon. That kind of sucks. That actually does a lot. Well, of course, it is in its Blade form. It is definitely going to go for a King Shield next turn, I'm fairly certain. There's no reason I could think of that it doesn't go for a King Shield next turn. So, I kind of want to take care of the Lando. It might not King Shield, but I would really like to see that King Shield. Come on, show me a King Shield. You're not gonna King Shield! That is horrible. That is really horrible. I need you to land 5 Water Shurikens, Greninja. Please land 5 Water Shurikens. It's gonna Shadow Sneak. That sucks. Goodbye, Greninja. I should have Shadow Sneaked on the Aegislash. We're gonna avoid the Focus Blast, but I don't like the fact that it has Focus Blast. Alright. My opponent is so gonna switch into Groudon right now, just so we won't be able to land a Water Spout. I mean, if I were my opponent, this turn, I would actually go into Groudon, expecting a Water Spout. I definitely would go into Groudon this turn. So you know what I'm gonna do? Helping Hand. I'm gonna Ice Beam on the Landau. You're gonna switch into Groudon on the Aegislash! I didn't expect that. I really didn't. Well, that's a dead Landorus then, I guess, if we outspeed. You're gonna bring out the Sun. That kinda sucks. But that really sucks, because now if it's a special attacker, you're gonna have the Solar Beam. I was really hoping my opponent was gonna switch out the Landorus. No, you're gonna land an Earth Power. That's gonna hurt. That's actually gonna hurt. So we're gonna land our Ice Beam, and that's a dead Landorus. Fair enough. I don't know why you switched out the Aegislash rather than the Landorus, but then again, I guess this way you could go back into Blade form without having to worry about going for a King Shield. But now I can't do anything to the Aegislash. Can I? Ugh. That really sucks. I could go for Thunder and all, but I could switch into Rayquaza, though. I think I'm going to switch into Rayquaza. So you know what? I'm going to go for a Soft Boil but Chansey. And I'm going to switch into Rayquaza. I'm going to let my opponent go for an attack on probably a Sacred Sword on Chansey, and probably a whatever the heck Groudon's, what is it, Precipice Blade or whatever? No, Aegislash is going to King Shield. Okay, fair enough. Precipice Blades doesn't affect Rayquaza, and Chansey's going to go for the Soft Boiled anyway. So that is fine. So we're going to be able to get rid of the Sun. And that's fairly nice. The way I see it is I think I'll actually just keep Rayquaza in, just Mega Evolve. I'll just Dragon Claw on the Groudon. And I'll just bring Kyogre in afterward. I would like to get rid of that Sun, of course, which is why I wanted to Mega Evolve. I don't want to risk Kyogre by just hard switching in. I'm just going to wait until Rayquaza goes down, because I need Kyogre pretty much to handle that Aegislash. Rayquaza can't really do that too much. We are going to outspeed, so we're going to land our Dragon Claw, which isn't going to have any recoil stats, unlike, well, it's going to be neutral, the Stone Edge, so that's going to hurt us, but it's a crit, of course. Goodbye, Rayquaza, you're in trouble now. Shadow Ball. Alright, goodbye, Rayquaza. So Rayquaza's gonna go down, but Kyogre is gonna be able to land a Surf, I think. We should be able to. I mean, we're not at full health, so I can't go for a Water Spout, but I have to go for the Surf. Kyogre is definitely gonna outspeed Groudon, but we have the Rain back. So we're in good shape. Groudon without the Desolate Land is pretty much... Well, Primal Groudon isn't quite as good because it has that big water weakness. So let's go for a Surf. And we should be fine. I mean, it could Shadow Sneak, so the Water Spout will do less. But it really wouldn't make much sense to do that. Actually, it would. It wouldn't make much sense to go for a King Shield at this point. Actually, it's gonna go for a King Shield. I guess despite that it'll be in its shield form when we go for our Surf. But either way, Groudon's going down to a Surf. It's gonna hurt Chansey a little bit, but probably not enough to make it. It did a fair amount actually at Chansey, to be honest. But Groudon's gonna go down. So Aegislash versus Kyogre. I don't think Aegislash's chances that much, to be honest. Am I better off going for a Surf here, or am I better off going for a Water Spell? I'm just gonna go for a Thunder. I would like to get a Para down on it, and I don't want to risk it doing too much to Kyogre. I would like to just get that Paralysis down. Besides, we should be able to outspeed it. If we somehow lose Kyogre, though, we're in trouble. Kyogre, I need you to live this. I need you to live the Shadow Ball. The thing doesn't have Shadow Sneak, so yeah, I should have gone for Surf. Alright, live it, live it, live it, live it, live it. That thing might have Shadow Sneak, though. That's not good. It's really not good. I'm gonna go for a Surf here. If it is Shadow Sneak, we're in real trouble. We're in real trouble if it is Shadow Sneak, and it's a mix attacker. It is gonna go for a Shadow Sneak! That's not good. Kyogre, somehow live it, somehow live it, somehow live it. This is what I was afraid of. The last Pokemon left is Aegislash. That is a problem. That really is a problem. Because now, we can't attack it. And it can go for as many moves as it wants. It's never gonna kill us, I don't think. But we can't Toxic it. I mean, I don't have to lose this battle because it can just King Shield forever, and I can just Soft Build forever. All it has is Shadow Ball and Shadow Sneak, I think. I don't think it has a Sacred Sword. I'll let my opponent know that I can't win this, I guess. Because I can't affect it with a Toxic, and it can't... It might have a Sacred Sword, actually. No, it has Flash Cannon. Well, once it runs out of Flash Cannon, I mean, Flash Cannon will never kill us. So you know what, I'm just gonna let my opponent just go for the forfeit himself. This is a never-ending battle, officially, because it's just gonna go for its King Shield now. Might as well look up how many power points King Shield has. Alright, whatever. Let's go for a Heal Bell. Why not? Let my opponent forfeit this time. Because my opponent can't actually kill me. Shadow Sneak doesn't affect me, neither does Shadow Ball. So... let's just do this. I have a bunch of power points. It's not like I'm going to run out of power points first. My opponent's probably going to have to go for Struggle first. Flash Cannon's not going to do enough unless it crits, and even then, it's still not going to do that much to Chansey. You'd have to get the special D-drop, and even then, there's not much you can do. And Helping Hand has enough power points that it's literally just stall. Actually, King Shield only has up to 16 power points. So, Helping Hand is like 32. I don't think that thing is gonna... That thing is definitely gonna run out of power points before us. If my opponent doesn't forfeit first. And I really don't want to forfeit this one, to be honest, because my opponent can't... My opponent can pretty much not attack me just about as much as I can attack my opponent. So... whatever. So, at 16... let's just keep this up, because I have a bunch of power points here, and I really... I mean, I might be a bad person for doing this, but I'm not Toxic Stalling. My opponent is stalling me out just as much as I'm stalling my opponent out, to be honest. Because my opponent doesn't want to give up, and this is still a competition, keep in mind. This still is a competition. So... I mean, what are you gonna do? So let's heal Bell, because why not? If you're mad at me about this, I'm sorry. You can probably skip until the next battle if that is what you want to do, because this is literally just going to be a stall fest at this point. And not even a stall fest, just literally just waiting until my opponent runs out of power points, because I can't do anything to my opponent. My opponent can only Flash Cannon me, and Flash Cannon will never take down my Pokemon. So let's just Toxic this thing. How many Flash Cannons does my opponent get anyway? We'll look that up quickly. Maximum 16. So apparently that thing has, like, not that many moves, I guess? I don't know. Too many ghost moves, I guess, isn't very good for Chansey. And Chansey doesn't have anything for that thing. So what are you gonna do? Basically, I just need to bring that thing down to when it's gonna start, when it's gonna eventually go for its struggle, and then things can start happening. Shadow Sneak gets... You gotta be kidding me. 48? 30s? You gotta be kidding me. 48 power points of Shadow Sneak. Alright, Lucas. Obviously, Lucas does not want to quit. Clearly, Lucas doesn't want to quit. Well, my opponent might actually start struggling before, or might actually not start struggling before me. I really don't know. Because if there's 48 Shadow Sneaks, on the other hand, my opponent might actually have a PP max on that thing. If my opponent doesn't have the PP max on the Aegislash, then we should be able to take it down. Also, I would assume that its struggle is gonna do more than mine. It had to go for a Shadow Sneak on my Kyogre. It had to just go for the stupid Shadow Sneak on my Kyogre and not just lose the battle that way. This is not a battle we should win at this point, when we might have been able to. And this is only the second battle today. So, since we lost the first one, I really don't feel like losing the second one, if we don't have to. My opponent just going for Shadow Sneak after Shadow Sneak. Like I said, I don't want to have to lose this battle if we don't have to. So, feel free to skip to the next battle. I obviously can't, but hey. This is literally my opponent just going for like 30 to 48 Shadow Sneaks. If we're lucky, my opponent only has 30 of them. But my luck, my opponent actually has like 48. But it is kind of funny that my opponent and myself have one Pokemon left, and they each can't touch each other. Does Struggle affect Ghosts, though? If it doesn't, then we're in really decent shape, because that would mean we can't attack the Aegislash anyway with Struggle. I've never tried going for Struggle, I don't think, against a Steel Ghost. I don't know if it's resisted if it's Steel, or if Ghost's immune. I don't know if it's a normal type or not. I really don't know what type it is. I don't remember the last time I had to go down to... I was sent down to Struggle like that. But this is really going to be a long video, I guess. I apologize, but this battle's probably going to end up being at least a quarter of it, because I don't know what to tell you. I really don't feel like giving up here, because my opponent doesn't have to win. And it's not like I'm toxic stalling. My opponent's in the same exact position as me. My opponent could just as easily quit as me. Because my opponent can't touch me, and I can't touch my opponent. And I'm at no particular advantage other than the fact that I still have soft-boiled. And since my opponent doesn't have any flash cannons left, I'm only going to assume. Maybe my opponent still does have a flash cannon or two. And maybe he's just saving up those until I run out of soft-boileds, because now I'm out of helping hands. Also, this battle can only last another 12.5 minutes. Until I think it becomes... I don't know if it becomes a draw, or if it becomes... I don't know what it becomes. But it can only last another 12.5 minutes. So... let's just see whose Pokemon runs out of power points, well, first. Chansey can't... well, Aegislash cannot get any status on us. So I don't have to worry about the Toxic... or worry about the Heal Bell. Even if I had Seismic Toss, it would not matter here. It really would not matter. So, all I can do here is just wait for it to run out of Shadow Sneaks, because there's 48 of them. Either that or maybe 30. Depends. My opponent, like I said, if my opponent has used a PP max, then we're going to be here forever. We're going to lose the battle. But like I said, this is a competition. I mean, if my opponent should win the battle, then I would be happy to just give my opponent the battle. But like I said, my opponent can't touch my Pokemon, so it's pretty much the same situation. It's a reciprocal situation here. It's about running out of power points and then getting down to the struggling. But my opponent is not going to struggle anytime soon. Too bad it has Shadow Sneak. If it didn't have Shadow Sneak, the game would have been over, like, 20 minutes ago. If I would have just attacked the Aegislash rather than the Landorus, with a Shadow Sneak instead of a Water Shuriken, we would have been in a way better situation. But what can I do? Now we're just gonna go for a bunch of soft boils because I have to. I am out of pretty much. I can go for Heal Bell another 2 times, I think, but that's it. 2 more Heal Bells and then we're gonna have some problems. Hopefully my opponent's gonna be out of Shadow Sneak sometime really soon. It's gotta have been 40. It's gotta have 48. I used a lot of Helping Hands and Toxics here. There's no way it only has 30 Shadow Sneaks. So let's go for Soft Boiled now, because we kind of have to. I get this bad feeling Chansey's going to go for the struggle first. Hopefully the Aegislash isn't too far behind with the struggle, because now I have the Soft Boiled. Because this is my last move now. Because we are out of PP. Please have less than 10 Shadow Sneaks left. I really don't even know what to think now. Oh my god, that thing definitely has 48 Shadow Sneaks. Ay. Please run out of Shadow Sneaks already! Well, on the bright side, at least if we're struggling, we're attacking. It's gonna do absolutely nothing to that thing. But we're at full health. Oh, you still have Shadow Balls! We're in trouble. You still have, I forgot you had Shadow Balls. On the bright side, it's probably out of Shadow Sneaks. But it's gonna be out of Shadow Balls. Probably around a similar time we're gonna run out of Soft Boileds. Probably a few turns later, actually. Chansey's gonna hurt itself more than it's gonna hurt Aegislash with the struggle, though. I can already tell that. So we're gonna lose. The only way we could have won this is if we if it struggled first. The only way we could have won this battle. But Aegislash has more power points than Chansey. That's what it comes down to. Two more soft-boileds. Alright, this is our last soft-boiled, and then we have to start struggling. That really sucks. Too bad we couldn't be taunted. If we were taunted, that would be nice. Because then we could eventually go for a soft-boiled again. But now we have to struggle. Oh my god, that does a lot of damage to Chansey. Oh my god, we're gonna lose this battle. Because it does absolutely nothing to Aegislash. Because we have no, we have no power points. Okay, and it still has Flash Cannon. Game over. Wow, my opponent decided to wait till now to go for the Flash Cannon. Huh. I'll give my opponent the game. I mean, it's over now. My opponent still has more power points than my Chansey. Now I can go for another Flash Cannon and win the game. There we go. So my Chansey is not going to die from struggling to death, but it is going to die because it ran out of power points first. So we are going to lose to that Aegislash, because I misplayed by going for the Landorus rather than the Aegislash, because I expected a King Shield. That whole King Shield thing is extremely broken because of that -1 physical attack if you attack it. Had I actually gone and attacked the Aegislash, we might have been able to win that one. But I chose not to, and that's how we lose, because Chansey can only attack on the can only help out when against something it's not Steel type. If it's Steel type, Chansey can't help. It's that simple. So that's going to bring us to an 8-game differential at 15-7, and that's only 2 battles today so far. So far we've lost 2 for 2. We're not doing so well today, are we? Alright, our opponent's going to have Palkia, Deoxys, Defense, Scizor, and Jolteon. What's with all these Steel types in this competition? Is it because there are a lot of anticipated fairies because it's Dragon type? I really don't get it. Either way, I don't know what we're going to do to that Deoxys. Its defense is off the charts, so I really can't do too much to it. I can try stalling it with Toxic. Scizor is going to concern me. My primary concern in this battle is going to be the Scizor. Scizor needs to go as soon as we possibly can take it down. It's going to Bullet Punch something, I guarantee, with Technician. Unless it's a Mega Evolution. In which case, it's still going to do some serious damage. Bullet Punch is still really going to hurt. Last thing we need is a Technician Bullet Punch. Just saying. Although I feel like it's going to be a Technician Bug Bite. I've been seeing a lot of those, rather than, well, X-Scissor. Either way, let's just see what happens. Our opponent, Chris R. Mail, is issuing a challenge. We're leading off with Chansey and Greninja, and Chris R. Mail is leading off with Palkia and Jolteon. Just great. Just great. Alright, Palkia, I can't deal with you right now. I can't deal with you right now. I really can't. Let's Helping Hand and take care of that Jolteon somehow. I guess Water Shuriken. Hopefully Water Shuriken will do enough. I don't think it will, because Greninja clearly doesn't want to deal with us right now. I wish I went for the Scizor. I wish I went for the Water Shuriken on the Scizor. Maybe we can get a flinch on this thing. If we can get a flinch on the Jolteon, I will not regret doing this. If we don't get a flinch on it, then I regret it. Greninja, do you like me or do you not like me? Do you not like me? If you don't like me, that's... I understand, but please... No, you're gonna get T-Waved. Great. Just great. Okay, we're in trouble now. Jolteon apparently likes a T-Wave here. I could Heal Bell, but I'm not going. I'm just gonna Helping Hand, and... I'm gonna Water Shuriken on the Scizor. It's gonna outspeed us, and it's gonna be a Mega Evolution! Definitely saw that coming. So, the Mega Scizor, we're in trouble. We're in severe trouble here. Not a huge fan of Steel-type Pokemon in this competition. We don't have very much for it, and we're fully parried. I'm just going for the Heal Bell. I have to go for a Heal Bell this time, don't I? I go for a Helping Hand or a Heal Bell. Because now Scizor is going to set up its Swords Dance! Isn't that just great? Ugh. Alright. Well, you know what? I'm not going to Heal Bell right now. I really need to take care of that Scizor somehow. I need to get that thing to flinch somehow or other. We can Bullet Punch, but there's no reason to Bullet Punch. It really has no reason to Bullet Punch, because it's going to outspeed us. Unless we go for a Water Shuriken, but... I mean, how much is a Water Shuriken going to do? So my opponent's actually going to make a Seox? No, Palkia, okay. Why would you switch into Palkia right now? Greninja, if you're fully parried, then I am upset. Alright, we're going to land our Water Shuriken on the Scizor. I don't know how much it's going to do. I need you to hit 5 times. Hit 5 times, please. Only 3 times. And Bug Bite. Alright. Chansey, you're in trouble. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Holy mackerel, did a lot of damage. I want a Soft Boiled here and just... I'm gonna Water Shuriken. Oy. Probably should have actually Helping Handed it, but I want to flinch that thing and Soft Boiled up. Greninja, why can't you ever hit 5 times? 4 times. You can't hit 5 times? Spatial Ren, that's gonna hurt. Greninja, you're gonna go down to Sash, aren't you? Down to Sash. Question is, what is the... Scizor is gonna go for a Sword Stance now, so actually we're in trouble. We're really in trouble now. Okay, so it's gonna Bullet Punch on Greninja. It's gonna Bullet Punch on Greninja. I have the Water Shuriken on it, but Greninja's dead to a Bullet Punch from the Scizor. Why does my opponent keep on switching out the Palkia? I guess now I can't Shadow Sneak on the Deoxys, not that it really makes a difference. Like I said, Scizor's gonna Bullet Punch on the Greninja, so Greninja's going down. I probably should have gone for the Heal Bell with Chansey, but I expected the Spatial Rend. And Chansey's fully powered anyway, so what are you gonna do? Alright. What is Scizor's... Omega Scizor's speed? Let me find out. Today is clearly not our day. Alright, Scizor. Its speed is 75, so I can probably go into Rayquaza, who can probably outspeed. Although then again, probably Kyogre can outspeed. Unless it Bullet Punches, but we resist it. Omega Scizor's base speed is 75. Primal Kyogre's base speed is... 90. Our speed is, I'm assuming, 142. Scizor's max is probably 139. So we can outspeed unless it Bullet Punches. But that's really not too big of an issue. So let's Water Spout. So it's gonna have to Bullet Punch if it wants to actually do any damage at all. But we should yeah, it's gonna Bullet Punch, but we resisted. Oh my god, that did damage. Probably because of Technician. So we are still gonna get rid of it. But oh my god, that Technician Bullet Punch is powerful. The good thing is, if Chansey can stay alive, we can win this battle now. So now the battle's all about Chansey staying alive, pretty much. So I'm gonna go for a soft. Now I'm gonna go for a. I'm gonna go for a soft blow with Chansey, and I'm gonna go for a Surf, I guess. Because Kyogre is going to get T-waved right there. That's not going to affect its speed this turn, though. So it's going to land its Surf. It's going to hurt Chansey a little bit, but it's going to take down the Jolteon. So now I can go for the Heal Bell. Because now I can't get paralyzed again. Deoxys... Let me guess, Deoxys is going to go for Recover eventually. Or does it have Rest? If it is Rest, then I am going to be so upset that you have no idea how upset I am going to be. On the other hand, there still is the Palkia, which is going to probably hurt Kyogre a fair amount. I really hope that Deoxys does not have Rest. Please don't have Rest. Either way, I'm going to Heal Bell, and I'm going to go for a... I guess a Water Spout. No, I can't go for Water Spout because Palkia is going to outspeed. I don't feel like I'm hitting Chansey if I don't have to. I'm just going to go for a Thunder on the Deoxys. I know that the Deoxys is about to go for a Rest or something. Otherwise it would not go for a Cosmic Power. Alright, whatever. We're going to land our Heal Bell, I guess. Yeah, there's the Rest. Thing is, it can't attack us when it's asleep, so we can probably take care of Palkia. What's Palkia's speed? Oh no, it's Chesto. Great. Which do I take care of first? The Deoxys or the Palkia? Palkia's base speed is 100. Rayquaza's is... I believe more than that? No, Mega is 115. Speed is 95. We're in a lot of trouble here, then, actually. Mega Evolve. I have the Dragon Claw and hope we can live a Spatial Rend. Can we live a Spatial Rend? We're not going to outspeed that Palkia. What's Palkia's defense, though? 100. I have the Dragon Claw and hope we can go for a... Although its special attack is 150. Oh my god. Palkia is powerful. Too bad I couldn't just go for a... Too bad I don't have Protect. I should have run Protect instead of Swords Dance, because I never use Swords Dance on this in these double battles. I have to go for Dragon Claw, because E-Speed will never take that thing down. I wish I had Protect instead of Swords Dance. Oh my god. I never use Swords Dance on this in double battles. We're not going to outspeed that Palkia. There's no way we outspeed it. If somehow we live, it'll be a miracle. It'll be a total miracle if we live that. There's no way we live that Spatial Rend. And it's a crit! It's a crit. And that thing, the Deoxys has... Alright, Deoxys has Rest. And Toxic. It's a Toxic Stalwart with Rest. Well... Well, I mean, I can Toxic the Palkia, but it knows I have Heal Bell, so... As long as it runs out of Rest, we can... But it's never going to use... This is going to be another Stall Fast, isn't it? Spatial Rend won't do enough to Chansey to make a difference. It's a crit again?! Does the thing have a high crit ratio or something? Yeah, it has a high crit ratio, that's why. Okay. So, Palkia is going to be poisoned, which is going to make my life good, bad, or otherwise, I really don't know. Deoxys is going to have a bunch of Toxic, so we're going to get Toxic forever and ever. So I can go for a soft-boiled now, but it doesn't matter because we're only gonna get toxic again. If I could taunt the Deoxys, we'd be in good shape, but I don't have taunt. Nature Rami gets a crit again. I never even get that many crits on high crit moves! I really hate Cosmic Power. Oh my god. Alright. That's a defense-oriented Pokemon, alright. The thing is, it has Rest, so I can't deal with status on it. So I really don't know what to do at this point. I mean, I should probably just forfeit it so you guys don't have to sit through another stalling battle. Because literally, this is just going to be stall if I don't actually just give up at this point. Because now I have to actually Heal Bell. I can't Toxic the Deoxys. Yet. Or ever, really. It's just going to go for a Rest anyway. And Rest has... It's gonna have 16 rests. How much do I bet it's gonna be another crit? Wow, it's not a crit. That thing's gonna keep on Cosmic Powering up, though. So we're gonna land our Heal Bell, so that's gonna get rid of our Toxic Poisoning. I should have actually E-speeded on something. I don't even know what, but something. Deoxys is going to go for a Toxic now on Chansey. It's kind of obvious, but I can't do anything about it. There's the Spatial Rend. It's not going to take down Chansey. Even if it crits, it's not going to, and it's likely going to crit. There's the crit! Deoxys is going to land its Toxic because my opponent is... well, really wants to win this thing. And... my opponent's gonna win. We're already gonna lose. We're gonna be 0 for 3 after this battle. I can guarantee it. And this is only battle number 3. You know what? I should probably just do battles 4 through 10 in another video, really. Let's just soft-boiled right now. My opponent's gonna... until my opponent runs out of Spatial Rend. Although my opponent probably also has Hydro Pump, to be honest. Although, is that a Specs Palkia? It might be Specs or Scarf. Because it keeps on going for Spatial Rend. Maybe it's just its best move, but I can't imagine why it would waste all of it. It doesn't even matter, it's gonna die to the poison. Problem is, Deoxys is also gonna be dying to the poison. I can't poison Deoxys until after I get rid of that Palkia, though. Or I could go for Toxic now. Yeah, Palkia is probably choiced in. So Palkia's gonna go down because it ran out of Spatial Rend. So, it's either Scarf or Specs, I don't know. So Deoxys apparently is at max defenses, and it really doesn't want to go for anything else. And this video is way too long already. We've already been recording for like 53 minutes, and this is only the 3rd battle. So you know what? I'm thinking that we're gonna do... Alright, first of all, I'm gonna Heal Bell. I have no reason to go for a soft blow without a Heal Bell right this second. Hopefully my opponent goes for a Toxic now, and it's gonna go for Cosmic Powers, because it has a bunch of those. It has no reason not to go for a Cosmic Power. And it has, like... great. It has a bunch of Cosmic Powers, so... that's gonna be fun. There's like 32 of them, I think. Might as well go for a Helping Hand, even though my opponent's gonna Toxic me. I want to save our Heal Bells up a little bit until my opponent starts running out of Toxics. Well, my opponent's not gonna waste all their Toxics. There's no way my opponent wastes all of the Toxics. Once my opponent runs out of Toxic, we pretty much might be able to win this. Although, I don't know. I really don't. Could soft-boiled right now, then, I guess. Cosmic Power has way too many power points. But... So does Toxic, though. Toxic... Actually, Toxic only has 16. But still. 16 Toxic's more than our... It's more than our share of heal bells. And that thing is gonna rest eventually. It no longer has the chest, though, so it's gonna take forever. Plus, it's gonna save power points when it's asleep. And I can't Toxic it. So I probably should just forfeit at this point. My opponent might actually just go for a Toxic right now, expecting me to go for a heal bell. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. Now my opponent's gonna go to sleep. I guarantee my opponent goes to sleep right now. So let's go for a heal bell. There's the rest. My opponent's in this for a win, clearly. It's slightly less fun when the opponent makes things a lot more difficult than it has to be. And by that I mean, goes for something with just a wall, like a double wall. I understand Chansey's a double wall, but it's for support. And I guess it does Toxics. I think Deox is just it's just a bulkier version of Chansey, actually. Well, Deox's defense. I need that thing to wake up already. That thing's actually lucky it's asleep. I don't think it uses power points when it's asleep, so... Wow. And it has 16 rests, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait a minute, not 16, 32. No, 16. 16. But still. I can't Toxic Stall a Deoxys. It can Toxic Stall me all at once. Once I run out of healing bells, well, heal bells, we're done. And it's that simple. So let's Toxic that Deoxys. Gonna go for a Cosmic Power. Too bad Rest can't fail. Okay. Ay. This is just not a good situation. If I had Rest on Chansey, we'd probably be in a better situation, especially against that Aegislash, to be totally honest. But I can't prepare for that kind of thing. Alright, let's soft-boiled. I'm not gonna forfeit this battle, but we're gonna lose. Because it's back to the same situation as last time, where two Pokemon that literally can't touch each other, except the only difference is this time they can poison each other, but they can actually get rid of the poison. I mean, I guess I could let this battle take more than 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden it becomes a tie. But I don't really want to do that. I'd rather the battle end normally. These battles have been really long and really just not not working out too well for us. What do I want to do? I think I actually want a Helping Hand again, because I want you to go for another Toxic. Although you have no reason in the world to go for a Toxic this time. You have too many Cosmic Powers. So I can't attack you to begin with. And you have 32 Cosmic Powers, so that's gonna take forever. And... so let's go for... I don't want to heal though, I don't want to run out of them. But at the same time, I really can't go for anything else. I can't soft-boiled. I have to soft-boiled right now. I really don't want to, because it's going to do almost nothing compared to what the Toxic's going to do next turn. Now we're 181 hit points. The end of this turn, we're going to be probably around 190, be my guess. It's gonna go for rest. Not the next turn, but the turn after that. Not this coming turn, but the following turn, it's gonna go for rest. Too bad I can't find a way to make it not be able to go for rest. But I'll go for Heal Bell this time. It's not gonna go for rest this time, it's gonna go for Cosmic Power. But I'm gonna get rid of the poison now. So I won't be dealing with poison when it's asleep. But it's gonna go for rest again. So my opponent is going to go for rest once again, and I can't do a thing about it. There's not a thing I can do about this. My opponent's gonna rest. Too bad I don't have Taunt. This would be the ultimate time to use Taunt, because then Deoxys can't do anything. But that Deoxys doesn't have anything offensive, like my Chansey. If I had Seismic Toss, we'd win this battle. No problem. But right this second, we can't, because there's nothing I can do. That thing is gonna have probably just about as many power points as me, only it's not using them when it's asleep. So it pretty much is gonna... We're gonna struggle first, and it's gonna win the battle. I really don't like battles like this, because this is literally just sitting there and stalling. Alright, it's gonna wake up and it's gonna try Toxicking me. Because that's what Deoxys does. Okay. You know what? I actually like Deoxys, but Deoxys' defense, I think, is actually... I know I said in Fire Red Omega that my least favorite legendary Pokemon is probably like Regirock, because I don't dislike any... No, I actually dislike Deoxys' defense. I really don't like its design. It looks very stupid. If you like the design, good for you. I just think it looks really, really odd. I never really like its design very much, especially for a legendary Pokemon. And if I want a Helping Hand, I want to just Soft Blow right now. I don't want to Soft Blow because we're too high health to do that. To Toxic it, I guess. It's gonna Cosmic Power. Alright. My opponent's not gonna lose this battle, no matter what. My opponent can't lose this one. It's physically impossible. We're at 6 minutes. We're at the 6 minute mark, so it's not like, I don't know. I think now's probably a time to soft boil. Unless, do I want a Helping Hand just waste another turn? My opponent's not going to go for a Toxic this turn, but it's also not going to next turn, so I can't go for a Heal Bell. But if I go for the Heal Bell, my opponent can't go for the... No, my opponent's going to go for a Toxic anyway the next turn if I go for a Heal Bell. I can't waste all of our Heal Bells. I have to let my opponent run into Cosmic Powers. It's going to use up its Cosmic Powers, but the problem is it still has a bunch of rests, so it's going to have more power points than us. Really, I can't win this battle, but my opponent doesn't have to win either. I can keep Chansey alive forever, and it won't be a loss, technically. But, then again, I can't believe it's already been an hour, and we haven't even won a battle, and this is battle number 3. Okay. Well, you know what, I could waste a Helping Hand, because my opponent's only going to go for another Cosmic Power right now. There's the Cosmic Power. And so it has Cosmic Power, it has Rest, it has... Toxic. What else does it have? I really don't know what else it has, so I'm going to go for a Soft Boiled now then, I guess. It's gotta run out of moves eventually. Well, the thing is, my opponent can't lose. My opponent doesn't have to win here. Let's go for a Heal Bell now, I guess. Well, my opponent's probably going to expect... No, my opponent's actually just going to rest right off the bat right now. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Go to sleep. See if I care. See if I even care right now. Get rid of that Toxic. poison, and there we go. So, I've never had a battle actually end in a tie. Well, run out of time. I've never had that happen before. I don't know exactly how that works, but... I guess just Helping Hand, because there's nothing else I can really do. I mean, I can't Toxic it because it's asleep. I have no reason to Heal Bell because I want to get rid of another Toxic in the future. So if we're not in enough help, I might as well just go for a Heal Bell. Sorry, a Helping Hand right now. I'll just waste it. Just run out of Helping Hands. If I had Seismic Toss, we'd probably be able to win this. But I don't have Seismic Toss. My opponent's gonna wake up this turn, so I might as well go for a Toxic. It's gonna Toxic me, and I'm gonna Toxic my opponent. Trading Toxics! Just great. Just great indeed. Alright. Great. Just great. Alright. So, we're gonna be poisoned, my opponent's gonna be poisoned, and that's just awesome indeed, isn't it? Just great. I mean, I can go for... Let's go for a soft-boiled. My opponent's gonna Cosmic Power, that kinda sucks. We're gonna land our soft-boiled, and that is going to get us back closer to full health, because what am I gonna do? So you know what? Well, I want to waste the turn, just go for another Helping Hand, and I'm gonna just get rid of the poison. So my opponent's only gonna go for another Toxic. On the other hand, I'm at enough health that my opponent probably can't do enough of Toxic. But, if I soft boil, I can't soft boil because I'm only going to end up at less health than I have right this second. If I go for Helping Hand, I'm only going to be wasting the turn. If I go for Toxic, it's already poisoned, so I can't go for Toxic. I have to go for a Heal Bell right now, pretty much. Unless I just go for a Helping Hand and just wait until I just, like, wait off the Toxic. On the other hand, we only have a minute left. So... my opponent's actually going to go to sleep. Wow, okay. Okay, be that way. Be that way, man. Be that way. Fine, I'll just go for a soft-boiled now, then. So basically... Chansey and Deoxys' defense are both at full health, one's asleep, and yeah. So you know what? I could just waste the Helping Hand then, I guess, which is the best bet here. Just waste the Helping Hand. There we go, I don't know how this battle took. Battle's out of time. I don't know what's supposed to happen then. Time has run out. We won. Oh, because he's asleep! Oh my god, we actually won that one?! Oh my god. Okay, that is funny. That is funny. I'm gonna keep that bitch because that's a battle that shouldn't be a win. If he wouldn't have gone to sleep, on the other hand, no, maybe just because Chansey has more health. Is it because of the health? Can someone explain that? Maybe I'll just look it up. I don't know, but you know what? That was a lot. So you know what? We still have 7 more battles to do, which I'm gonna do, but you know what? I'm gonna take care of that, I guess sometime today, but in another episode, another video, because this is insane. This is over an hour long and 3 battles. Because those were all long battles that probably shouldn't have been so long. I blame Steel-type Pokemon for that. as well as Deoxys defense. But that is 1 for 3, which, I mean, considering we shouldn't have won that battle, I'll take it. We made a huge misplay in the previous 2 battles, so, I mean, what are you gonna do? But next time we're gonna take on the rest of the competition, hopefully. It depends. But I'm not gonna make this video any longer than this. So next time we're gonna be doing the final battles of this competition as we continue Day 3 of the Enter the Dragon type competition on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully we'll get stalled out less. Goodbye.